accidents. By getting in the car with a drunk driver or getting behind the wheel after a few too many, you're putting not only yourself, but others into harm's way. In this video, you're going to get the perspective of both somebody that has a DUI on their record and an individual that was paralyzed in a head-on collision with a drunk driver. This is their stories.
I was young and I thought I was invincible, and I would go out to bars and stuff and hang out and drink and whatever. And there would be times where I'd be 5 minutes from home and I'd just be like, oh, just like a 5-minute car ride home, like I'll drive, or like a friend of mine would drive, or we'd all get in a car and we'd all figure out who's the most sober to drive us home, or this and that. Like everybody does it. Like at the end of the day, as shitty and as dumb as it sounds, we all do it. And people try to sugarcoat it, but it fucking happens. We all, at the end of, like, last call at the end of a bar night, we all sit there and we're just like, well, like, it'll be a pain in the ass to come and get my car in the morning. And then you're just like, well, fuck, I work in the morning, I won't have time. Or you want your car home. At the end of the day, you want your car home, and you want to get yourself home with your car. So I didn't really put it in a perspective where it was like I would hear of people getting hit by drunk drivers or getting killed by drunk drivers or anything like that. And I was just like, oh, damn, like that could never happen to me. Like that wouldn't happen to anyone I know. Or like, like you literally at the end of the day, you think about it, you're just like, well, it's 3 a.m. Like no one's really out on the roads at that time, where, it's, oh, we're day drinking. No one's really out and about. Everyone's at work. You kind of look at it that way. You find excuses, you find pros and cons as to giving yourself an excuse as to why you can do it. And after my injury, like I started meeting all of these people that are injured, whether they use a wheelchair full time or part time or crutches, or anything. Like at the end of the day, they're never going to be able to live from that day the same as before their injury. So like it put it into perspective, especially meeting people now being a wheelchair user that are in wheelchairs or have a spinal cord injury, where they're just like, oh yeah, dude, I got hit head on by a drunk driver, or a drunk driver T-boned me, or like I was driving with somebody and I was a passenger and somebody hit us, and my driver went away, or that driver that hit me that was drunk, they don't have an injury, nothing happened to them, which is most of the time what happens. A drunk driver is almost never the one that is injured. Somebody that I'm really super close to now, like she's one of my best friends, like I literally was just like kind of afraid to tell her that, like, that's what I used to do. Like I was like, I didn't want her to look at me and be like, what the piece of shit, like, because like at the end of the day I was a piece of shit, like I was, for doing what I did, but I never put it into that perspective because I thought I was invincible. And now seeing that, like, I could have went and did that kind of damage, what the fuck, like how, like I sit there and I'm just like, how did I even think that was okay? But I don't think I would have a different perspective on it, no matter how many times somebody would tell me over and over again, like my parents or my siblings or my close friends, like, don't do it. I'm just like, oh, like it's fine, like I'm 5 minutes from home. Like I would never look at it from the perspective that I look at it now than anything. It's like, if I get, like, when I get my license back, like I will never ever put myself behind a wheel after a drink, ever, even if it's one. Like nope, not doing it. Like I'm good. If I'm 5 minutes from home, I'm taking a freaking Uber. When you're out with friends and if you're not the one behind the wheel, you're just as responsible. I feel like you're just as responsible if you do hit someone, or if you go on the road with someone after they've been drinking, because that person is intoxicated and that person is behind the wheel. At the end of the day, you got in the car with them knowing that you are both intoxicated, you are not thinking right, and you're about to get on the road and not only put your lives at risk, but somebody else's, and it's just like, if they do hit somebody, you will still think in the back of your head, like, damn, if I told, my friend or my guy friend or my girlfriend, like, no, dude, stop, like, don't get in that car, like, let's wait it out, let's find a ride home, let's call, our parents, let's call a sister or brother and be like, hey, can you come and get us? Like, now there's Lyft, Uber, taxis. You can share rides to make an Uber or Lyft cheaper than anything. Like, I feel like when you get in the car with someone that's been drinking and driving, like, if something happens, you will think in the back of your head, like, I could have stopped this. No matter what, like, you will think, I could have stopped this.
On December 4th, 2017, it was around 7 o'clock at night, and I was on my way to a rest home, which I volunteered at. And this time I was going to make Christmas crafts. Well, unfortunately, I didn't make it. A drunk driver came on my side of the road and hit me head on. He had been drinking and smoking weed all day at work, and so once he hit me head on, my car made a rotation. I hit a light pole, and it was told that he ran a mile up the road after he hit me. He said he hit something, he just didn't know what. So I envy drink drivers and people who want to go out to party. I mean, I'm okay with people going out to party, but I just don't want anyone to drink and drive, because drinking and driving is what messed up my life. I was completely, I mean, I'm grateful for my life now, but I mean, my old life, I didn't have to worry about where I was going. I always have to prepare to go somewhere. My old life, I didn't have to worry about peeing or pooping myself. Now I do. So I envy a drunk driver. I hate drunk drivers. If I ever came and got the chance to meet the drunk driver, which I've tried doing, I've tried to talk to him and let him know that I suffer every day of my life. Right when I open my eyes, I think of the dude who hit me, and I'm sure he thinks of me the same exact way. I would say to you that I can't be mad at you, because yeah, I'm mad at what you did, but you as a person, I can't be mad at you, because I took my life for granted. I was suicidal, I fought with depression, and it was a very wake-up call. But how you're doing me now, as to blocking me and just ignoring my questions on the night that I want to talk to you and understand your side of the story, is making me sad, because I feel like we could talk to each other and both heal from it, but I'm not getting that from you. I just want to say to every person that's watching this, sure, you can go out and have fun and party it up. Yeah, I party it up too, but don't drink and drive. Don't get into the car with someone who's drinking and driving, or is drunk. There's Uber now. You have friends, family to call. I mean, it's complete bullshit.